Hello, everybody from Raiderland. Ryan Hyatt with you today. By the way, happy 4th day of Christmas. Hope the Christmas season is still going wonderful for you and your family. Thought we'd check in today, talk a little bit about former Texas Tech running back Anthony Lynn, longtime NFLer, longtime NFL assistant, now the first former Texas Tech player to become an NFL head coach. He's the interim head coach for the Bills. He's going to replace Rex Ryan. And by all reports, he is probably the number one candidate to get that head coaching job. It's kind of an interesting history there for Anthony Lynn. For those who remember him as a player, he took over the full-time running back duties after James Gray finished up his amazing career there in 1989. One of the reasons he had an amazing career was he had an amazing offensive line with him. That's one thing that he did not have, talking about Anthony Lynn, is that amazing offensive line when he took over full-time in 1990. More of an upright runner. He was a big power back. Think of Eric Dickerson. Not quite that flashy, but more than solid, and he was able to grind away a nice career at Texas Tech. Heck of a guy as well. We had a couple of classes together. Got to know him pretty good before he moved on to the pros. He gets to the pros after a knee injury. Doesn't get drafted, but just keeps on grinding. Hangs around teams and eventually wins a couple of Super Bowls with the Denver Broncos before starting his assistant coaching career. A couple of things that I think are really interesting right now for this. One is the fact that I think he will be the next head coach. I was afraid that the Bills were going to let him get away, and I think that's why they made the move when they made the move, in order to give him that job. Two, and I think this is even more important, no one's really talking about, thankfully, the fact that his skin color happens to be a little darker shade than mine. It hasn't once been mentioned. Race, not at all, and I think that is fantastic. We're getting to the point now where it's not the first thing the media goes to. It's not the first thing that anybody thinks about. And that, my friends, is a very good thing, and I think a great thing for Anthony Lynn. He's a ground and pound guy. It's ironic that Texas Tech's first former player after an era where Tech is so known football-wise for the passing game is a run, physical, hand down on the dirt, blocking kind of ground game guy, but that's exactly who the Bills think they need right now to be their next head coach and what they think is going to be successful in the NFL. Can't wait to see it. Not the first former Red Raider to be a coach. Pete Cawthon went on coaching the NFL, 43-44 with the Brooklyn Dodgers. Another assistant, Beatty Feathers. Feathers would go on and be an assistant. Of course, you know, Bill Parcells and Romeo Cornell and several other guys have gone on their assistant careers at Texas Tech and become head coaches. But no, Lynn's the first. So we wish him well. We can't wait to see how things go for him. And I might just have to become a Buffalo Bills fan. It's hard to say. Thanks for hanging out with us in Raiderland today.